All right. Guess what, folks? We are live. Welcome. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, yeah. I've been excited about this one. I have been excited about this one. A long time coming now, but we're here. We are here. Welcome, everyone, to a special table talk with our special guest. Mr. Shank is in the building tonight. And I see y'all are in the building too. My goodness, let's see who we got in the house. And we kick this baby off tonight. Oh, Miss Marley 13 is in the building. Miss Marty is in the building. All right. Rosemary is in the building. Jamie is in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Monica is in the building. Rake's Funny Farm is in the building. My brother Boss man Blake is in the building. All right. Great to see you. Great to see you. Oh, yeah. Good to see everybody. Oh, just piling all up in here. All right. And I got to get control of this chat now. Tansis is in the building. Oh, my goodness. Tammy Cooper's in the building. There we go. There we go. Send out your text messages. Let them know we're live. Positive Vibes is in the building. Tamika is in the house. 80s Babies is here. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful Nightmares in the building. Good to see everybody. Hope you all had a great day. I had definitely a great day. Getting some things done. James Pryor, first time I've seen you here, brother. Good to see you. Welcome. Leslie Bean is in the building. Welcome. Katina, over there smiling, is in the building. Oh, much love to everybody. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank everybody for being here. I'm just trying to keep up with the comments now. Y'all going so fast. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's see. Precious Jones is in the building. She over there smiling. Miss Sunny is in the building. Alton Harris is in the building. Okay, Sabrina Marshall is in the building. Tina's in the building. Salute. My goodness, Jeter's in the building. All right, brother Jeter. Yeah, y'all feeling it? Y'all feeling it just like I am. Roberta is in the building. Oh my goodness, we got some new folks showing up to John Q's Table Talk. Yeah, well, yeah, you better. You know who's gonna get after you. Miss Nikki is in the building. Much love to you. Carol Smith is holding it down tonight with my brother Boss in the building. Cape Cod is in the building. Cotton Candy is in the building. Wow. Y'all are just flooding up in here. I'm excited. I know you are. This has been a long time coming. Anyway, with that said, I hope I didn't miss anybody. We're just getting warmed up. Almost 70 people in the building. Show your appreciation and love for our special guest, Mr. Shank. And we're going to be getting into it tonight. definitely hit the like button. Let's get this out. We're doing a special simulcast. I know Shank has got his line hooked up, and that's great. That's why we want as many people as possible to enjoy tonight's special table talk. So you know me. With that said, let's go to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to John Q's Table Talk. Let's go. Here at Table Talk, everybody's opinions matter, because we only here for one reason, and that's the truth. Cue the truth. So many cases we've been facing, so many kids that have been taken. You got us and you got on, and some more wells I just can't take. We never see John hesitate. A hard to go you can't replace. So Table Talk gon' be the place where we break down all the basics. You don't need no reservation, open mind and little face. Cause while we work another case, kids go missing every day. We know the news, they do they thing, but John gon' come through in the pain. But this is show for all of us, so let us know just what you think. Time for Table Talk. It's time to go to work. Let the people know that John is going live. It's time for Table Talk. Yeah. It's time for Table Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Mr. John Q. Y'all show him some love, man. Yeah.
Let's go to work, people. All right. And to work we shall get to. It took me some time to put some things together for tonight's special table talk. And for many of you who already know about table talk, I don't do table talk as much as I'd like, because, actually putting together a table talk does take a lot of specific time to really put together. It's not like my typical casework that I normally do, because when you put together a production like this, and I want to send out a big shout out to my brother, Mr. Bossman Blake. He puts my production for Table Talk and John Q together. Everything you see that I share, from the intro, outro, background, everything he's put together for me. So big shout out to my brother Bossman Blake. Oh yeah, he's over there smiling right now. And so yeah, you see, without collaboration like that, I don't know if I would have a channel. I bumped into him, came across his channel during the Kanika Jenkins case. And ever since then, we hooked up and we were going back and forth, and we had some great ideas about doing collaborations. And we've grown to a point now, me 5 years into having my channel. And I'm just honored and blessed and privileged to be able to do this, to be able to do things like this. And it took me some time, but I was able to put it together. Anyway, getting into tonight's show, welcome everybody. Oh man, when I mentioned this to Brother Rock, he said, "Oh, you got me nervous now." I said, "Don't be nervous, man." I said, "It is good. It's all good. Those are all good vibes." He was highly complimented by me inviting him to do a special interview, a table talk interview, a one-on-one with me, specific. You know how I like to get into it. Specific, and most of you who have been subscribed to my channel, have been following my channel, know that I've done, I think I've done about 3 or 4 table talks. I've had Miss Lady Love open up the year to our very first table talk. that was sensational. And she was just overjoyed with doing that table talk. We had a lot of fun. And oh my goodness, everybody was just delighted with that table talk. I think the next one we did was with Miss 54 Keys. And that was an explosive table talk we did. She enjoyed that. I certainly did. And these are content creators that I've admired and had the privilege of working with. And truly, just an honor to be able to have a one-on-one session with people of like-mindedness, people that are going places, people of substance, people doing things, people moving things. Becoming is what it's about. And so tonight, tonight I have on our table talk coming up to join me to kick this baby off is the one and only and the honorable Mr. Brother Shank. Are you on, brother? Let's see if we got you here. Let's go to work. Boom. There you go.
Blessings. Blessings, brother John Q. Blessings. I gotta say it again. I'm honored to be on your platform. So I want to give you your flowers. And I would like to thank all of your moderators and your subscribers and followers for having me over here to get an opportunity to know me. So I thank you and all of your people for allowing me to be over here on this demonstration.
Oh, it's great to have you, man. It's great to have you. You know me, I jump over to your house. When I first came across your channel, you were covering, and we're going to be getting into it, in tonight's conversation, the Shanquella Robinson case. And it was mesmerizing. And I said, okay, he got me. I'm going to subscribe and hit the bell. And every time you went on, I clicked into the chat. At first, I didn't write anything. I just wanted to become familiar with the ambience of your channel. And it was breathtaking to see a very good, solid group. Love, respect, and how everybody holds you down, so to speak. And content was extraordinary, and I've learned a lot just sitting there listening and whatnot. And then I chimed into the chat, and you started mentioning my name, and you dropped the link. I said, you know something, I'm gonna jump up there and join the brother and his panel. And we got into a very great discussion. I said, I felt so welcome being on your platform, so it's like, okay, when is the next live? When is the next live? When is the next live? So thank you for having me on your panel and part of your family over there, the Rock Squad.
Shout out to the Rock Squad.
Oh yeah, big time.
Without my Rock Squad, I wouldn't have made it this far. So shout out to the whole Rock Squad.
No doubt. And they definitely know how to hold you down. This afternoon's demonstration that you had, and you and I talked about it, this afternoon was the bomb. You were dropping wisdom, pure wisdom, on a subject matter that not only needs to be talked about, but a matter that needs to be some doing about. And that's key. That is key. So I want to welcome everyone who's just joining us for a special live presentation of Table Talk tonight. We've got Mr. Brother Shank in the building joining us here. And we're going to be getting into a good conversation. And to begin with, many of you, oh my goodness, don't start, but yeah, y'all blowing up my phone already. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for the gift. I got multiple devices over here. Thank you for the gift. To begin with, where did you come from? Where were you born and raised?
So I was born in Baltimore, Maryland.
Maryland, okay.
Yeah, I was raised in Baltimore. I left Baltimore in 2007 and moved to the Carolinas. And I've been in the Carolinas since 2007.
Okay. Baltimore, yeah. I know a couple of people out there in Maryland. My brother went to Morgan State University.
I grew up 10, 15 minutes from Morgan State. I can walk. If I walk to Morgan State from my house, it take me 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you're relatively close. My goodness. Okay. So now, did you grew up in that area, obviously, right?
Yes, Northeast. That would be considered as Northeast Baltimore.
Okay. What was it like then?
It was nice. It was a nice area back in the 70s and 80s. It was nice. It was most of the family unit consisted of two parents. During that time, education was everything. If you wasn't talking about education, if you wasn't focused on education, then you would be considered a lame. You would be considered corny. So where I grew up at, it was all about education, and it was all about making a difference.
Right. Right. So during that time, what was it like growing up there?
It was good and it was nice until, of course, drugs came into the community. I watched a beautiful, great community. When drugs came, it just took the community. So at one time early on, the community was wonderful. But once drugs came into the picture, the community just fell.
Right. Now that's just like me growing up. You know, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, educated in Brooklyn. And, you know, there was a certain time during that time period, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, you knew the neighborhood, so to speak. And the neighborhood knew you if you were, you know, in the neighborhood. And to see, I guess in the 80s, but more so in the 90s, how the drugs infiltrated our area, you know, was astonishing. You know, I lost a lot of friends, you know, I went to school with, I grew up with, and it's like, what the hell happened? So, you know, for me, you know, living in the city, I didn't necessarily, you know, stay in the neighborhood, you know, because you know, me being born and raised and educated in Brooklyn and whatnot, and had parents, two people in the house, father's military. He worked for American Airlines after he got out of the service. Mom was a registered nurse, and they were right there. They were right there. And when it came to discipline, my pops was there. And he either wanted you to do one or two things, you know. Say, look, after you finish school, you either go to the service, because that was his upbringing, you know, or you go into business, you know. So I went to school. He said, okay, that's good. And so it was about education for me, you know, and I went to school, and right after, you know, getting my degree in business and finance and marketing and stuff like that, I went to Wall Street. You know, so he was honored with that. And so, yeah, you know, when the drugs came into the neighborhood, it just like, man, it was like a tsunami, tidal wave, wiped a lot of people out, Absolutely. So I know what the picture looks like, most definitely. What was family life like growing up?
My family life was wonderful. And of course, I was the baby of the bunch. So y'all know I got spoiled, But then my father passed away when I was 9 years old. And that's when my family, kind of like went from that loving and caring family to that just at each other's throat. Mom Dukes have to go from working a part-time job to working a full-time job, and then happen to work another part-time job as well. So my family went from this wonderful family to going downhill.
Mm.
Of course, that pushed me out of the house to start to try to find my way. And I fell flat on my big ass head. Excuse my language.
And no, that's okay. That's okay. What age was that around?
12, 13.
12,
I'm gonna
13.
say yeah,
Okay.
13.
Wow.
By the time I hit 13, I was full force.
Wow. Yeah. So what was that experience like, falling on your on your tail?
It was scary. It was scary because, like most teenagers, I dabbled in the drugs, and tried a little of this, tried a little of that. So I think the drugs was the scariest experiment that I dabbled in. And I'm just so glad, and I thank God that I only dabbled into the drugs. I never went full force with it. So I never was addicted. I never caught any habits, but I did dabble into the drugs as far as abusing drugs when I was young.
Right. What was the thing that redirected you?
And I always resort to this one thing, this one incident. I was 19 years old, and I think this might have been my third time sniffing heroin.
Mm-hmm.
And when I sniffed it, I went out. And luckily, one of my day ones and his brother was there to get me out into the cold and knew what to do to bring me back. After that experience, I never put nothing up my nose again.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's an experience, because once you have a experience like that, it kind of gives you a wake-up call immediately, a hard one at that. Is this what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, so to speak? Is this really real for you? Where did you go to school? I know school must have been a part of something important to you.
Yeah, my high school was Northern High
Okay.
School, and
Yeah, that was was that academic?
no, I wasn't. My average wasn't high enough to make it into any of the academic programs, so I had to go to my zone school, and my zone school was Northern High School.
Okay. And what was that like?
That is when the drug dealing was going on.
Okay.
So if y'all ever seen Lean on Me with Joe Clark, and I guess that's why my rock squad called me Joe Clark, but the high school that I went to, it puts you in the mind of Lean on Me. everything went. You had everything going on. You had 4 floors, and something was going on all 4 floors.
Now, you didn't have a Joe Clark in the school, did you?
No, we didn't have a Joe Clark in our school. No.
Okay. Was there some kind of a model that you looked up to that kind of kept your attention?
We
That
had
get good grades, stay in school, you know.
We had a gym teacher by the name of Mr. Hentfield. Mr. Hentfield wasn't like Joe Clark. Mr. Hentfield was the uncle. And when he would see you doing wrong, he would just pull you up and say, "You better than that. What you doing? You know, you better than that." Because as I stated, this was during the time when drugs had first hit. So everybody back then, well, most of us back then, we really had goals on growing up to be somebody.
Right.
But now we all caught up in this drug game. So Mr. Hentfield, he knows us, and he knows that we ain't gangsters. He knows that, you know, we're not the type of people that we're trying to portray. So he's guiding us, letting us know that's not you. Look, that's not you. Look, come here, go to school and get your education. So we had a Mr. Hentfield that was like a big uncle, or was like an uncle to us.
Okay, kept everybody on track, or at least tried to. Absolutely. I found a number of teachers during my time, especially in high school, you know, coming up out of East New York, was the same way. You know, if you were late to class, you know, all this rigmarole that happened in the hallway and in the stairwell and during passing period and things of that nature. You know, you had a few good ones that would keep you directed as to why you were there.
Yep.
You know, so that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Very good to hear, because that's what they need more of today, more so than ever, is to keep our young people focused, because they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and education, when you say education, it's like, you know, you got the world to think about, but education specific as it applies to you. What are you here for is the question. You know, not what are you doing? What are you here for? Yeah. And to get that direction that they need. You know, and that's very good to hear. When did you come across your first job? What kind of work did you bump into?
My first job was, I was a paper boy. I had a paper route.
Okay.
Was I 12? I was either 12 or 13. And I delivered the newspaper. I used to ride my bike around. If y'all seen Roll Bounce with Bow Wow when he was roller skating, and remember he was the paper delivery boy.
Yeah.
That was my first job. I be throwing the newspaper, didn't care if it didn't get up to the door or whatever, but my first job was a paper boy. I delivered the newspaper.
Wow.
On my bike.
On your bike. Oh man, you got me. The soundtrack to Friday is playing in my head now. Yep. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, my first job that I had, my dad, it was about money. It was a discussion about money. And I kept asking him for ice cream money, asking him for this, asking him for that. And he said, "Yeah, well, you want to make some money?" He said, "You go across the street over there," because we lived right across the street from the supermarket. He said, "You go over there and you pack bags. Ask the manager, can you work over there to pack bags?" Yeah. You know, and he knew the manager.
I did that too.
Pack bags. And I made tips packing bags.
Yeah.
You know, and until competition showed up. and then you had to be there on time and the learning curve, But that was my very first part-time job. Little job, made enough. My dad said, "Look, however much you make, I'll double it, and we can get sneakers or get a jacket or something that I need and stuff like that." And I was willing to work, and he was willing to be there behind me, to support that. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. When how did you? Yeah, I might ask this. How did your very first date come about? Did you approach them or did they approach you?
You trying to set me up, John Q. You trying to have the Rock Squad roast me about them group home girls. You trying to set me up, John. Oh man.
We're talking back in the day now. Back in the day, your very first date. How did that come about?
Oh man. My first date.
Yeah, see?
Cause see,
you got people in the chat are laughing. Is that okay? Yeah, come on, Shank. Come on, Shank.
It took me a while to get to that level
dating.
Of actually, the dating and all of that, because starting out, I only wanted one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my first date.
Was it a movie? Was it a walk in the park? Try to drop some hints in there, because you kind of can imagine what the chat's thinking.
Right. Because I wasn't always the man that I am today.
Right.
I wasn't that. And I'm trying to remember, did I even go on a date? Did I even take a female out on a date? I don't.
Okay. All right. While you think about that, what about first girlfriend? First one you said, okay, I can walk with her. Very first one.
Okay, my first girlfriend, I was 13 and she was 11. We would take walks to the park. I think that's it. I don't think I've ever done anything else with her but go to the park. That's all I ever done with my first girlfriend was go to the park. Swing on some swings. That's it. So I guess if you want to consider that a date, then I guess that would be my first date.
Okay.
To the
somebody
park.
that somebody that touched your feelings, had feelings for you.
Yeah.
And you were coming up, and just being cautious at the same time, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah, same for me.
I ended up, being with her for 5 years. And of course, I ended up catching feelings and all of that. So, but I was still young.
Right. And then things gradually developed as things went forward. Yeah.
And, I got older. I got matured. I got away from the group home girls.
Okay. Now, did that keep you from getting in trouble outside your relationship, or did that give you more trouble by having a relationship?
that gave me more trouble because now I got a girlfriend. She's nice looking. She's popular. So now her friends, want to get with me. The other females want to get with me. I'm young. I felt flat on my big head. I'm messing with her friends. I'm messing with the other girls and everything. I'm young. So having her as a girlfriend only, in my opinion, only made it worse for me.
Right. Oh man, bringing back the days, huh? Going back in the time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
See, you didn't open up. You didn't open up a can of worms. You know.
I hope they don't give you a roast down or a beat down later on after this.
They already doing it. They trying to be nice.
Yeah, you know it.
Rock Squad. After a while, your followers gonna be roasting me, but my Rock Squad, they gonna roast me.
That's out of love, though. You know, oh man, okay, John is digging in tonight. Wait a minute.
Was you talking to one of them? Is it a play that y'all running on the
Oh
old
no. This is you and me. This is you and me, man. Oh man, but that's good. When it came to family values, who was the biggest influencer? Was it mom?
My
was
mom,
it dad?
My mom Dukes. Because my dad passed away when I was 9. Now, even though I got my favorite cuss word from Steve Harvey, really I got it from my mother. Because my mother favorite word, like if I'm cutting up in school or if the neighbors tell my mother that I've done something, my mother favorite words to me was, your black ass always doing something you ain't got no business doing. Take your black ass to your room. Your black ass punished. So my mother, she was the first one, you know, and she was the main one. And I was always trying to get that love back from my mother. I was always trying to get the genuine when I wasn't acting up, because it's a different kind of love coming from your parent when you're not acting up compared to when you acting up. So my mother was that foundation.
Okay, all right. So she was the rock of the family, holding everything down. Okay. Yeah, that's solid. That is really solid. And now to switch gears a little bit, I wanted to share with the audience this. This is your page on YouTube. How did you get started with that? What was the thing that brought you here?
So I came to YouTube because along with me being an actual blogger, a YouTuber, content creator, I'm a film director. I write and direct and produce my own movies. So when I first came to YouTube, that's what my goal was, to promote my films, promote my movies. So I came to YouTube to be a movie producer, a film director.
Okay. And you started your page in November the 22nd of 2014.
Correct.
Okay. And so you had the idea of actually making your own film.
Correct.
And posting it and promoting it on your YouTube channel. Interesting.
Correct.
Interesting. Now I know that you know you've worked on some projects and everything, but we'll get to that. Interesting. You know, when I started my channel, it was from the Kanika Jenkins case. That's where, you know, I collaborated with other content creators, and then they said, "Oh, John, you need to have your own page. You know, you dig into this stuff, you know, like nobody and whatnot." And I sat maybe for a little time and thought about it, put some thought about it, and I said, "Okay, I'll try it one time." I tried 2 times, and the comments came in, and the people said, "Oh man, this is awesome!" And I just kept doing it. I just kept doing it. So, film, okay. So, what was your first film that you were able to complete?
My first film was Dead and Gone. I done a film called Dead and Gone. That was the first one.
Okay.
And that was highlighting how it is when you are alive compared to when you are deceased. So I was showing how people will come from miles away, family members, friends, even your enemies will come miles away to see you laying on your back, but won't pick up the phone to call you and ask you how you're doing while you are alive. So that's what I was trying to get across in that film, The Dead and Gone.
Right. To give a message as well. Right. Okay, but you've done some absolutely sensational work on your page. I've looked at this and gone down a lot of your work here. Your videos is like a powerhouse of videos here, covering various different topics and subjects, case coverage like you would not believe on your page. And as you grew, I guess, from saying, not only do I want to do film, but there's some things that gave you ideas, I guess, that started leading you to putting up stories about other people's cases and things of that nature. I can imagine. And one of them, which we're going to highlight tonight, happens to be Shank Robinson. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And that case you have dug into, I mean, like no other that I've seen on YouTube. What led you to that case?
So, of course, Shanquella is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's where, I live. So it was all over the news. So I actually went to the Pink Envelope event, that Pink Envelope rally. And well, the first time I went to the balloon release. And I wasn't knee deep into the case during that time. So when I go to the Pink Envelope release and I see and I meet Shanquella's father, Mr. Bernard, and I had a chance to meet him, that's when I said, I got to go knee deep in this case. I got to go full force with this case. And that's when I decided to go full force with the case.
Wow. Yeah, because you've got a playlist here that just blows my mind. In all of the live coverage that you've done covering this case, which I've learned a great amount of information directly from you and the Rock Squad. Having panel sessions, asking the right questions, and getting down to the facts. As to what happened to this young lady, who happens to have been 25 years old, took a trip with some folks, went to Cabo, Mexico, and did not come home. Everybody else did. And so, I said to myself, okay, well, there was an aspect of the case that I wanted to know in reference to that 17-second video, the infamous video, as to what could have possibly been the turning point to where Shanquella lost her life. And that video is very telling. And I said, if there's anything that I can make a contribution on, let me study that. And then maybe I can back up and start to put some pieces together, as to the reason why that happened. And so I was able to do a couple of lives myself and cover the case. And then saw on your channel, you were covering the case, one live after the next live, after the next live, after the next live. And I said, okay. I said, I think I found a home, because you're right there where the heart beats, of the story. And it was just touching for me to see how deep you went into the case, like no other. I said, wow, he's asking questions. He's asking real good questions. He's digging for the facts. He wants people to talk to him, and about what happened to this woman, and why what happened, and the people that surrounded her. And so I'm kind of dragging here. Forgive me for that. My computer does that from time to time. But yeah, I was able to learn a lot, from you and the Rock Squad pertaining to this case in ways that, helped me to dig into those same facts, and also do some work on my channel. We actually done some work on the roundtable with Miss 54 Keys and Mr. Bossman Blake. And the information was just like, there all the way across the table. I say good, because the more this case gets exposure, the better her name will stay out there. And obviously the discussions that you've had on your platform, I thought I did long lives. You did marathons. Marathons. I think it was just recent. There was I wouldn't say a marathon, but I said, wait a minute, it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting there talking with Marty, and there was another time I was sitting there with RS talking with her, and I said, okay, this is good. This is good. But let me do this, because I'm kind of dragging. I'm just going to jump down and come back real quick. So I'm gonna let you hold it down for a second.
You gonna return the favor, right? You gonna do me like you gonna do me like I do you, right, John?
Yeah, because my screen is dragging, and anytime that happens, it's saying, okay, I gotta click out and refresh. So I'll be right back. Right back.
I'm gonna hold it down. Which one of y'all Rock Squad members have been talking to John Q behind the scenes? Somebody, one of y'all, have been talking to John Q, and y'all planned this, didn't y'all? I want to shout out all of John Q's followers. I want to shout out all of John Q's subscribers. When I think of John Q, I just think of a wonderful content creator. John Q has brought so much, not only to the Shanquella Robinson case, he's also brought a lot to the Kanikin Jenkins and other cases as well. So for all of John Q's subscribers and followers, y'all have a wonderful content creator when it comes to John Q.
Well, thank you.
You back?
Thank you.
You back, brother? You back?
I'm back. Yeah, I feel a little bit better now.
He's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know, the computer freezes up a little bit, man. I'm trying to.
You gonna stick by that excuse, ain't you, John Q? Because when I left you, John Q was like, "Wait a minute, where's Shank?" I laughed. Go ahead, brother.
Oh man, cool. The other thing that I did want to share, since we're talking about your channel, content on your channel, for those that have subscribed to my channel, please, before you leave here tonight, please subscribe to Brother Shankrock's channel. To stay up to date, especially on the Shanquella Robinson case. You will not be disappointed at all as to the discussions, the panel discussions of all the folks who have chimed in to make their personal contributions to keep her name alive. And the discussion continues to this very, very day. So I encourage everyone to subscribe, like, and share.
And let me just warn them, John Q. Make sure y'all stay away from my troublemakers. I got a lot of troublemakers over there. Please stay away from my troublemakers. Go ahead, John Q.
Oh man, yeah. Well, we'll have some troublemakers from time to time, but they keep the room nice and warm, nice and toasty.
Yeah.
So going back to your page, I was able to go to your community wall and take a look at a couple of things, and I noticed that you had some pictures up there. I said, these are beautiful pictures. So I wanted to ask you about these pictures. I pretty much have a background as to what it is, but I wanted you to walk us through it. So who's this beautiful group?
That was our first meet and greet that we had the weekend of October the 28th. And of course, the 29th marked the 1-year anniversary of Shanquella's death. So my Rock Squad members suggested that it would be a great idea if we done a balloon release at her gravesite. So you have Beautiful Nightmare, you have Shell, you have Tanz's, you have Tanz's 2 sons, you have Jennifer, you have, I believe that's Jennifer's boyfriend, you have Juanita, you have Mel, you have the Full Life, Eye of the Storm, Jamie, Nikki Lynn, and Squeak. That's all of us in that picture. And we were doing the balloon release for Shanquella's 1-year anniversary of her death.
Wow. This happened just last month?
Yeah. Well, yes, October. And a big shout out to the Rock Squad family, everyone that participated. As I stated before, it was their idea and they put it together. And with the help of them, it was very successful. And I have to just keep shouting out my Rock Squad family because I wouldn't have made it this far without my Rock Squad family. So shout out to my Rock Squad family.
Wow. And
that's Nikki Lynn and Jennifer.
Nikki Lynn and Jennifer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Who made the shirts?
Jennifer made hers. I think Miss Parker got Nikki Lynn's shirt made. Shell and Mel, their shirt was done by No Bias. Shout out to No Bias. So Mel and Shell's shirt was done by No Bias. Nikki Lynn and the rest of them, Miss Parker got their shirts done. Shout out to Miss Parker. And Jennifer created her own shirt. Shout out to Jennifer.
Wow. That was a beautiful day too. Who do we have here?
That's Beautiful Nightmare, and that's Squeak.
Okay.
Beautiful Nightmare is one of my troublemakers. Go ahead.
All right. Who do we have here?
That's the #1 bartender in the whole YouTube streets. That's Tanzas. Tanzas, if you got a favorite drink, holler at Tanzas. Shout out to Tanzas. She's the #1 bartender.
All right. holding it down. Holding it down. Oh, who do we have here?
That's Marty. That's Marty. Shout out to Marty. Marty is borderline between being a troublemaker and the angel. She's borderline, but that's Marty.
Wow, these are great pictures. And we have here.
That's Miss Parker. Miss Parker is a troublemaker, far from an angel, but that's Miss Parker.
Miss Parker's a troublemaker. Okay, hopefully you don't get toasted later. And who do we have here?
That's Juanita. She's the dancer of the Rock Squad. She's an angel.
Dancer.
Yeah, Juanita's an angel. She's an angel.
Oh, wow. All these are beautiful pictures. And I think this would be Jennifer. Is that Jennifer?
That's Jennifer. Jennifer's an angel. Jennifer's an angel.
Wow, that is a special event. My goodness. And who do we have here?
That's Mel. Mel is an angel. Shout out to Mel. That's Mel.
Shout out to the Rock Squad. Oh, y'all did a sensational job. My goodness. Who took the pictures? Was that you?
Yeah, I took the pictures. That's Shell. Shell's a troublemaker. Shout out to Shell. They gonna get me, y'all. I know they gonna get me.
You setting yourself up tonight.
Shell's a troublemaker, but shout out to Shell.
Oh, wow.
And that's the Rock Squad family. Now, the gentleman, that's Eye of the Storm.
Okay. Is he to the left?
Yes, he's to the left. That's Eye of the Storm.
Okay. Wow. I love the shirts. That's moving right there. For you all to have gotten together on a special occasion and to have done this for Shanquella Robinson. And to have that balloon release the way you guys did. In fact, let me do this. Because this is actually something to see. And we've got a video that Brother Rock brought with him that we're going to share now.
Oh, we're at the burial site for Shanquella Robinson, me, the Rock Squad, and one of Shanquella's day one friends. So let's just go and get some questions. So let me start here. Hey, how you doing? And I hate to put you on the spot, but can you tell us who you are and what Shanquella meant to you?
I'm Ashanti. I'm Quilla's best friend. We've been best friends since kindergarten, and she means a lot to me. I just hope sooner than later we get justice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello there, young lady. Do you mind telling us what Shanquella means to you and how do you feel about the case?
Man, this has really been a long journey. Um, it's amazing that she's brought us all together this moment, and we fighting for justice. We're gonna continue to fight. We're not going away until we get justice for Shank.
Thank you. You mind telling us what Shanquella meant to you, and how do you feel?
Shanquella was my daughter. She was my niece. She was my sister. And she brought many people from all over this country together. That's why we are here. And we'll keep the Rock Squad, we'll keep our voices going until she gets some justice.
Thank you. You mind telling us how do you feel about the Shanquella Robinson case?
Yes, sir. Shanquella was a giver, always giving, and in life and in death. She brought people together like right here today. I think that's beautiful. Beautiful, just like her.
Thank you. Let me work it around. You mind telling us how you feel about the Shanquella Robinson?
Was that this world is still not right. You gotta stay safe at every time and watch your back, because you never know what's anybody's true intention. So she's just another symbol of this world. You gotta be safe out here.
All right, thank you. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, you mind telling us how do you feel about the Shanquella Robinson case and what she means?
Personal reasons for why I feel so hard for Shanquella, but I just feel that this is so unfair. Had it on film. It's all there. They put it there. And she just deserves justice, so we're gonna keep saying her name till she gets it and keep talking about her. She deserves justice. Happy birthday in heaven, Shanquella.
Thank you. Do y'all mind telling us how do y'all feel about the Shanquella Robinson case and what she means?
Shanquella means, I mean, she's like to me, she's like a daughter, like, you know, the daughter I never had. And it's just like family to me. It's been a year. I've been following it ever since this horrible situation happened. My main thing is that I'm looking to make sure she gets her justice. Which she well deserved. She didn't deserve to be, you know, brutally beaten the way that she was, and she didn't deserve to be deceived by who she thought was a friend and the associate.
Thank you.
You still with us, John Q?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
Okay.
you. Wow. I am just so moved by what y'all did. That's a beautiful thing, you know, to commemorate Shanquella Robinson the way you guys did, and to be on this case the way you guys are. So my hats off to the Rock Squad for, you know, for some solid love.
Appreciate that, John Q. And
Absolutely.
for all content creators, if you got a squad, if you got a strong team behind you, that's what really takes you to the next level. As I stated before, the idea came from Shell and Marty, and then with the help of the rest of the Rock Squad, they just made it happen.
Absolutely. And, you know, there was another piece that I wanted to share that really touched me was the actual balloon release that you guys did. And I'm going to play that.
Shanquella Robinson's death
And we come to you and we just ask you to just watch over Shanquilla. So we know that Shanquilla was a good young lady. She was good hearted. So we know that Shanquilla is up there with you. But we also ask you, and we're not trying to rush the case, but we're just asking, no matter how much time it takes, we're just asking for you to help Shanquilla and her family receive the justice that she deserves. We all came from far and near. We came from different states to pay tribute to the late great Shanquilla Robinson, to show Shanquilla, her family, and the rest of the world just how much support Shanquilla has. Some people try to muddy and make it seem like she was a bad person, but most of us and all of us know the truth as well as you. So come to you in the name of Jesus, and we just ask for your forgiveness and also watch over all of the supporters from the Rock Squad that have traveled here to pay tribute to Shanquilla. Watch over everyone on their way back home. Make sure that everyone has safe travels back to where they live. Amen.
Say her name.
Shanquilla.
Say her name.
Is there anything that anybody else would like to say before we release the balloon?
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Justice for Shank.
All right, I'm gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Justice for
6,
Shanquilla.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shanquilla.
Justice.
Love you, Shanquilla.
Right. Justice. We love you,
They going.
Shanquilla.
They going.
Justice. Wow.
They hovering over us.
Yes. They ain't even separate. What do you think Shanquilla said?
Yeah.
Justice for Shanquilla. Thank you, Lord. Justice.
Amen to that.
Wow, they all sticking together, y'all. Y'all see that? We gotta stick together. Y'all see they sticking together, y'all? Look at that. They all together. Wow. If that's not power, I don't know what it is. Jesus.
And people say, come on, go and get on that.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the balloons stuck together.
They didn't
Wow.
separate for a while. Those balloons would not separate for a while.
I first saw that and I had a moment. I lit a candle. And I prayed for justice for Shanquilla. That's what drives me, is her getting justice for what happened. And to know that, you know, I've connected with you, and as deeply connected as you are with the Rock Squad, it's holding, man. It is really holding and beholding to actually feel that something is coming better. Justice will be had for Shanquilla. It's just a matter of time. And those folks that are responsible for what happened to her on that trip, in due time, your harvest will come in as well. Definitely. So thank you for sharing that. It's a beautiful piece, and those in your family, the Rock family, and those in mine that have been following this case, yeah, we've been on it, and we're going to stay on it until it's done all the way through. We have learned that there's a bureaucracy out there that got people telling us to hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. But it's going to turn. Either in a word, in a picture, it's going to turn. It is going to turn. Welcome, Obsidian. I see you down there. Welcome. We all know that this happened because of a video. The Mexican government had issued not only a warrant, but extradition papers for the individual that caused what resulted, I believe, in her death. And the attorneys for the family are working diligently behind the scenes as we speak on this case, fighting for Shanquella Robinson to this day. And in fact, one of the attorneys, and I'm going to bring this up, had spoken to Shank Rock on his channel in a short interview that I'd like to play. And this is Sue Ann Robinson, who happens to be the attorney for the family, speaking with Shank Rock, giving the Rock Squad family an update on the case. So let's listen in.
Has it been confirmed that one of the travel mates actually arrived a day later after Shanquella Robinson arrived?
Has it been confirmed that a travel mate arrived after she arrived?
Yes. Go ahead.
All of the individuals who were in the villa signed in on the guest registry, which would have been on the 28th. And that's also attached to the letter. So I know there's a lot of, people, including members of the Cabo Six, had their videos and, their theories and their so-called receipts and whatever information they wanted to kind of put out. But I think at the end of the day, again, we all saw Shanquella being beaten. Everyone who was present in the villa at that time was aware of that, including the three individuals who went to Salamandra Robinson's home, offered their condolences, and advised that Shanquella passed away from alcohol poisoning and never mentioned the beating. Never at any time did they say, hey, Miss Robinson, Shanquella did overindulge. We called the doctors. We tried to help her. Just so you're aware of how she spent her last moments. That morning, there was an issue. We resolved it, or whatever the case may be. And then she continued to have symptoms. No, I think the most evident part of the consciousness of the guilt of the parties is them not saying anything about an altercation not saying anything about beating her while she's naked, that the first way we find out about any of this is through a video that was released to the public. Respect to me would have been to say, hey, listen, this isn't what led to her unaliving, but this happened, just so you know, so that, you know, if a video comes out or there's some issues later, no one can point and say, well, why you ain't say this? So you can make 100 videos and say you were somewhere else or you did wooty woo woo woo, but you're aware that misinformation was shared, you know, which is evidence of a consciousness of guilt. And I'm a former prosecutor, so I can say we look at that and say, oh, okay, so you're lying by omission. Still a lie.
Has the family mentioned to you exactly who were the three that visit her when
Yes.
they came back from Mexico? Could you share with us who the family mentioned that the three were?
Sure. Ms. Jackson, Winter, and Cook.
Mm.
Wow. And there's much more to that interview. There was a great excerpt that you were able to post on your channel exclusively regarding the conversation that Sue Ann Robinson had with you about Shanquella Robinson. So once again, my hat's off to you, bro. That's hard work right there. I mean, when we were doing the roundtable covering the case, I actually sent out an email to Sue Ann Robinson and asked her to join us for a discussion, and didn't hear back from her. I know she was busy, but to hear that she did connect with someone who was working on the case online, I mean, my hat's off to you. You know, for being and staying right on the beam and having Sue Ann Robinson join you for at least that discussion to bring everyone up to speed as to where the case was at that time. And I'm sure that she'll be able to come back with something when something develops as well. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. She has a very, very busy schedule. If you would like, I could, you know, pass your email on to Andre, the advocate, and if you want to see about getting her to pull up again, then, you know, I definitely would let Andre, the advocate, know, and then you guys can see what y'all could come up with.
Can make the connection. I appreciate that, because I know that you're digging for updates now, and as we spoke about on your panel, for me, that's the next step. As long as they continue to update us,
right,
whether it be by the news, whether it be by the Department of Justice, FBI, Mexico, we need an update.
Right.
We have to know that people are still working on this case in some way, shape, or form, progress or none. Tell us something.
Right.
Tell us something, because Shanquella's family is waiting. And waiting patiently. This is over a year for the next move, if you will, to happen, to move this case towards justice. So, I'm in my feelings. I gotta maintain. I gotta maintain now. We're on Table Talk. We're going to shift gears. Beautiful. It is beautiful. Thank you for the work that you do on your channel. Brother Rock. Thank you and the Rock Squad family for not only saying something about love, but doing something about it for someone special.
I appreciate you, and
Yeah.
you're welcome. And as always, you add on to this case. Like when the Rock Squad knows that you're coming, they're like, it's like roll out the red carpet. John Q is coming. And I'll be like, yes. And you even see when you come through in the chat, just the warm welcome that the Rock Squad gives you, because, and this is what I tell all the subscribers as well as all of the content creators, there is no need for any of us to be fighting each other, trying to tear each other's heads off, because each content creator brings something to the Shanquilla Robinson case that the others don't bring. I cannot do what you do, John Q. So that's why it's so refreshing for me to leave you up on the panel and drop down and go away for hours. Because I know John Q like, yeah, easier said than done. But it's because the information that you bring, it's like you have me like, damn, the brother is dropping some jewels. So it's like the same way you look towards me for what I do for the Shanquilla Robinson case, I look the same towards you, because you are going to drop some heavy, heavy jewels. And I'll be trying to figure out where the hell John Q get all this information from, or how the hell John Q comes up with this. But brother, you brings it. You brings it. And I want to thank you, and I want to give you your flowers, because you definitely bring it.
And I have to make that extension to the roundtable to Miss 54 Keys and Mr. Bossman Blake, my brother. The research that we did do on that particular case, really the three of us digging for the facts to deliver it on her platform, Miss 54 Keys' platform, helped to educate me and us together as a team working on it. And a lot of what came out of this case came from the roundtable. You know, I was able to share on my platform, and it's a compliment to know that I found your channel in a way to where I could share that research that we all have done and are doing on the case. So it's a compliment. It is a beautiful compliment. So switching gears, because I know, you know, our time is ticking here. We're going to get into some what I call personal cues. Okay. You and I have spoken about what the personal cues are, but you don't know necessarily all the questions about personal cues. Personal cues are personal questions I'm going to ask you about you. And we're just going to have some fun with it. I love this part of the.
Go ahead.
Love this part.
You're going to tell me who in the Rock Squad you've been talking to, John Q, but go ahead.
You can shake him down. You can shake him down and guaranteed. I didn't talk to John. I didn't talk to John. No, I didn't talk to John.
Now, it's strange that you get to this part of the demonstration and Miss Parker seems to pop up out the bushes. Have you been talking to Miss Parker, John?
I think she wants to know. I think she wants to know what the questions are.
Come on, John. Let's go.
All right. Oh, let's get into some personal cues with Brother Shank Rock. All right, everybody ready? Type of one. Type of one in the chat room if everybody's ready. We're gonna get into it. Oh man. Now I've enjoyed our conversation and the time we spent here tonight. I know we'll do more, because we're still working. We're still on the beam. And once again, justice for Shanquella Robinson. It's coming. It's coming. Everybody knows we're working on it too. So we'll only make it happen much more sooner. All right, we got some ones. Tannis said 2. No, Tannis. Change that to a 1. You ready?
What they dropping the ones for?
1 says everybody's ready. I don't know what the 2 was for.
You've been talking to Tansis. That's why Tansis dropped that 2. Go ahead, John Q.
Oh man. Okay. All right. What's your favorite word you like hearing about yourself? What is your favorite word that you like hearing about yourself from others? Somebody can say something about you. What do you hope to hear?
That I'm nice, that I have compassion. I gotta be careful with these questions, but come on, John, come on. He's a 10. There you go. I like to hear when they say the old man is a 10. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Ebony. Come on, John. Come on.
Somebody has to help there. Okay.
Come on.
A 10. Yeah. All right. I get it. What sound or noise do you love?
I love the rain. I love hearing the rain. Like when it's raining and I can actually hear it. Oh man, I'm sleep. I can sleep like a baby when I hear that rain.
Okay. What sound or noise turns you off?
You've been talking to Miss Parker. The sound, I gotta skip that. I plead the 5th, John. I plead the 5th because the answer that I want to give you is gonna get me in trouble. I plead the 5th on that.
All right, we go the other way. What turns you on?
Oh man. What turns me on? Oh man. Andre, John, why are you doing this to the old man, John?
Don't plead the 5th.
Oh man. We do have Andre the advocate in the building. And after we finish this, if it's okay for you to bring up Andre the advocate, that way you and him can get familiar with each other. And then that way we can find out some information as far as the latest update, if you would like.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is for you tonight, man. This is you.
All right, let's get back to the questions and I'll answer the question. So what turns me on?
Yeah.
Oh man, John Q.
I know.
And I just was telling you earlier today that it's us brothers that gotta stick together.
There you go. And that was a solid message.
Damn, John. And I can't plead the 5th, right?
No, you can't. You get one. You get one pass. And
Okay.
You already got it.
What turns me on is
Yeah.
seeing women happy. That's what turns me on when I see women happy. When I see smiles on women's faces. That's what turns me on.
Okay. Okay. You seem to agree. Okay. Okay. All right. What's your favorite curse word?
Yo black ass. Or her black ass or ignorant ass. That's my favorite cuss word.
People are getting a kick out of this. Okay.
Yeah, you've been talking to the Rock Squad members. I know you have.
Oh man. What's your favorite food?
Oh man, chicken and rice. Baked chicken and rice. I love some baked chicken and rice.
Okay. What's your favorite drink?
Half and half. Lemonade mixed with sweet tea.
Boom. Okay. What music do you enjoy most listening to?
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah. You didn't see me on the birthday celebrations that I gave Marty, Jamie, Juanita. I gave some more birthday celebrations, but oldies. Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson, The Temptations.
Uh-oh. There it is. There it is. I was doing old school in my last life, throwing up some stylistics and Delphonics. Miss Juanita was in here. Miss Juanita was in here. Miss Marty was in here, and we were throwing it down, kicking it up. Yeah. They're like, okay, John's throwing it out there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the solid stuff. You can never grow too old from it.
Ashford and Simpson, solid as a rock. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is green.
Green. Why green?
The money.
Money. Okay.
The money. Hey John, do you like hot dogs?
Do I like who?
Hot dogs.
Hot dog.
Yeah, do you like hot dogs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook you up with some hot dogs. Compliments of Marty.
I'm getting a treat. Okay.
Yep.
Sound good to me. What are 3 things you'd like to improve about yourself?
I would like to improve, of course, my health. That's one thing. I would like to improve my spiritual energy, my spiritual my spiritual side of me, and I would like to improve on being patient. I came a long way, but I know that I still have a long way to go when it comes to patience.
Okay. Yeah, that's something that we all have to work on. And it's a power that we have within inside of us. And patience is that power. Patience is part of the powers that we have. And when people recognize that they can be patient rather than react, pause, then respond, then we can have a better way of connecting with that which is trying to connect with us. So yeah, I agree. What would you like to hear God say to you when he calls you home?
great job, my child, and get your, you know what my favorite word is, get your in here. If I can hear God say that, oh man, that's good enough for me. Great job, my child. Now get your blank blank in here.
Oh, solid, man. Solid. Well, those are the personal cues. See, that wasn't hard.
That's it.
That's it. That's
So
it.
you haven't been talking to my rock squad.
Ah, see, you came to that conclusion. Thank you, because it gets them off the hook.
Okay. Okay.
It gets them off the hook.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So we'll go into some final thoughts. This is a part of the table talk where I give you the platform and you speak your piece. You know, what you shared this afternoon was powerful. I enjoyed every minute that I listened to that live because you broke it down right where it belongs. And it was straight up. It was solid. I said, man, a lot of men could definitely benefit from this brother here. You know, because when it comes to redirecting focus, you know, which we all, you know, sometimes lose, you know, and it's due to the many distractions that are out there trying to get our attention, fighting their way into our minds, and making us behave in ways that we would normally necessarily have to if we were conscious of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so I'm going to give the floor to you, Brother Rock. Ladies and gentlemen, Shank Rock.
So my goal, my main focus is for us men to do a better job. But before we can do a better job in our communities and with our families, we first must have to be better men. We first must have to evolve, and we first have to become better men, because in order for anyone to take us serious, before any woman or any children will follow our lead, we have to be good leaders first. I do believe that I believe that a man, when he's focused, and I do believe when a man has a vision, I do believe that with God being the center, I do believe that it's nothing that the man cannot achieve. If you can conceive it, then for surely you can achieve it. So for all of the fellas that's out there, and this is a universal teaching, I'm not just speaking to Black men, I'm speaking to men, period. Let's look at the world. Let's look at the world and look at the condition that the world is in. Now, we might can't change the world. Let's look at our communities. Look at the conditions that our communities are in. As men, we have to do better. I have to do better. Aren't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired of seeing on the news in every city in the US of America? Every city is dangerous. It used to be a time when maybe 2 or 3 cities had a high murder rate or a high crime rate. But today, a small city in Nebraska, which is known as Omaha, is more dangerous than a big city in Illinois called Chicago. Yes, check the statistics. Today, you can lose your life quicker in Omaha, Nebraska than you can in Chicago, Illinois. So my goal is to focus on the men. And it's no disrespect to the ladies. In my opinion, the women have done enough. The women have been on the forefront of this struggle. The women have been on the forefront of the fight long enough. So my message is not towards the women. Great job, ladies. My message is towards us men. We got to do better. I got to do better as a man. You got to do better as a man. We all, as men, have to do better. And I don't want to spend a lot of time, but that's what I want us all to focus on. Remember, it's a universal thing. It's not only black men that have to do better. White men have to do better. Mexican men have to do better. I challenge all men to do better. Appreciate that, John.
Solid words. In fact, you inspired this afternoon in reference to two folks that had joined you on your panel into doing a community outreach. And just to the best of your ability, and I know you're just, working on it right now. Could you touch base on what that might be?
So on Wednesdays, this Wednesday will be the first demonstration, and it's going to be the community outreach online services. And our goal, what we want to accomplish is we want to bring to the table basic fundamentals for the whole community. So we're going to be reaching the children. We're also going to be reaching the mothers and the fathers, because we all believe that it starts at home. A lot of mothers and fathers just don't have certain skills, basic skills. Some of them don't even know, like I said earlier, some young men don't even know how to tie a tie. So you might have a brother like John Q. John Q might be able to teach. It only take 10 minutes to show how to tie a tie. Kathy Bryant, she might be good at making homemade mac and cheese. It only take a few hours to show, if that, but it only take probably 10 to 15 minutes to show. Now, of course, it'll take long for the actual mac and cheese to cook, but it only could take maybe 10 or 15 minutes how to make homemade mac and cheese. So what we're going to be doing, and everyone is invited. Everyone is invited. Whatever it is that you have to teach to the community, please show up. You might be good at finances. Somebody else might be good at starting their own business. Another person might be in the real estate. They might want to share how to get into real estate. I think that if we all come together, pour our resources together, and instead of knocking each other, instead of talking about each other, but if we pour our resources together and share with each other, we might not be able to change the whole world, but we might be able to change the whole world. But even if we aren't able to change the world, even if we aren't able to get across to everybody, I'm sure we will be able to definitely get across to those who want the information that we will be given. Because in order for anyone to change, in order for you to make a change in anyone's life, they have to first be willing to want to change.
Okay. Yeah, because when you said that, I'm like, okay. And you had asked me before we came up on panel here tonight to do the table talk. You invited me to connect with you on that project. I said yes. I said yes, because collectively, together, bringing our talents together, whatever it may be. I know people in the music field who may want to develop a studio to produce music. I know one brother that's in the chat right now. So I mean, it's simple, and I can start reaching out, and he can start reaching out, and other people can start reaching out, and collectively together, yes, we can move things. We can move things,
not to cut you off. I got a platform, so I believe it's Boss Man that do music.
Yeah, he does music.
Shoot me some of his tracks. Bang, I could promote his music on my platform, and that's how we accomplish. Because when you go back to Black Wall Street, they all pour all of their resources together.
Right.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead, John Q.
No, you're absolutely right. And like I said, collectively, we can accomplish more than tear each other down. Especially when we have talents. You have a talent, I have a talent, Boss has got a talent, 54 Keys got a talent, Miss Marty's got a talent, Miss Juanita's got a talent, and on and on and on and on. Mel's got a talent, Nikki's got a talent, and on. That will move people. Because there isn't one person that knows everything and can do everything.
Facts.
It takes us all collectively to join together, to do together. And that way the multiplying factor of what we do reaches more.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely. I have enjoyed tonight's table talk with you, brother.
I enjoyed being here. It feels so good to not be the actual content creator, because you see it, you got to control this, you got to control that. You get emails, you get text messages. It feel good.
Yeah, when you have someone else driving, let's just say, and you're being chauffeured in a way, it's an entirely different aspect, But to have you on tonight's table talk, just before the turn of the year, has been an honor, And are you going live tonight after this on your channel?
I'm not going to go live tonight. I'm not going to go live. I'm going to take a break. Probably come back Tuesday. I'm not going to go live tonight. I'll come back Tuesday.
Okay, great. But I've truly enjoyed this, as I do all my table talks, because they always bring something to the table. They always produce something from the table, and you'll walk away from the table with something in mind. The experience of having connected with someone is the main message, because we all can do it. As long as we focus our ability to connect, not try to sell, not try to influence or coerce, but to really connect with people. We all have meaning in our life. And if people take the time out to just tap into what we mean, then maybe, just maybe, they'll have that same respect and courtesy to take their time to connect with us the same way. Just as you and I have here tonight, because I feel more connected to you tonight than before. And each connection gets stronger. So, with that said, thank you so much for your time tonight, Brother Shank.
You're welcome.
And it was great to have you. Type a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed tonight's special table talk with Brother Shankrock, breaking it down and bringing it to us live. Type a 1. Let's see how many people have been listening. Oh, solid. Solid. The room's lighting up. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I really appreciate that. Like I said, for me to make it to table talk, I'm on it. I appreciate that.
It's been a privilege and a blessing, because each day we have the blessing of opening up our eyes and stepping back into the world from our dream state gives us the opportunity to be the best that we can be. Good thoughts produce good results. Bad thoughts produce bad results. I would rather spend my time, my energy, and my focus on always putting out something good, because that which you send out comes back.
Yes, it does.
And harmony within is harmony without. Harmony within gives you harmony without. Everything is reflective. And just like tonight's table talk, it's been reflective. So I've truly enjoyed having you on tonight's table talk, Brother Rock. I got my bell and everything. I'm always, it seems like when your name shows up, I got to make sure that, that subscribe button didn't unclick and the bell is still, lit up for your next live.
I promise I won't leave you like that no more, John Q. I promise. You passed the test.
Oh man. But then again, I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it because I know that you put in a lot of work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have a few minutes for Andre to drop the link for Andre?
Oh yeah. I did drop the link. Let me come back to it. If Andre is still in the room, I'll drop it one more again.
Andre, if you still listening, pull up. We won't keep you long.
Absolutely. No, I'm glad y'all had a good time. I certainly did. And I look forward to connecting back with you on Wednesday for this special outreach project now on the table. It's going to be very interesting to see how this develops, what ideas people connect with. And we have a simple start to get it going. Like you brought up the easy example about mac and cheese. True mac and cheese. Everybody's got a different recipe. And it's always interesting to find out who does what and how they do it when it comes to mac and cheese. Because that's serious. That's heartbeat stuff right there. Heartbeat stuff. Aries 1, Kia Thompson. Okay, I see y'all in there. Miss Jams is in there. I didn't get to too many comments tonight because, when you do a table talk, everything is streamlined.
They wasn't doing nothing but roasting me, so.
Marty says she makes great mac and cheese. See, you got to tie mac and cheese into soul food, and you get your collard greens, and then you start to see the plate come into play. because you know mac and cheese gets you in trouble with other foods that need to be next to it.
I just shot Andre a text to hit the link. We wait around for a few more minutes. If he don't hit the link, we can move. We could just roll.
Now, Andre is connected directly with Sue Ann Robinson?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he'll be able to give us, definitely the latest updates, and he'll be able to answer questions that you all may have for Sue Ann. He works side by side with Sue Ann, so he'll definitely be able to answer a lot of questions that you and everybody else may have.
Okay.
We was going to do it last night? What night that I wasn't feeling well? We was going to do it last night, but of course I wasn't feeling well.
Right. Okay.
So.
Yeah, because it would be very interesting to hear if there are any new developments,
right.
Anything moving in a specific direction.
Right.
That can help us to add that to the mix.
Because I don't think he's ever been over here on your channel, has he?
Andre, not that I know of. No.
Right.
I don't think I've seen an Andre.
Andre the Advocate.
Right. No.
He was just in the chat. So that definitely would be a good look for you.
Drop it one more again. Because sometimes the chat will roll the link up too fast and he might not be able to grab it. But yeah, all the production that I have on my channel has been profoundly, done by Mr. Bossman Blake, my brother. So when it comes to intros and backgrounds, I mean, the man's a genius. He will put your signature on whatever you need him to do. So that's a great brother to always have a good connection with. He's always in the know, both in music and in crime work. That's for sure. I've been riding with him. Wow. The years go by. That's for sure. That is for sure. Thank you, Miss Carol Smith, for dropping all those links, which she always comes and does. I've got another moderator, Miss Justice, who helps hold it down. Miss Oklahoma, who comes in, holds it down.
Shout out to your whole team. Shout out to John Q's whole team. It felt like we was back over on the Rock Squad. So shout out to your whole team for showing us a warm welcome.
Beautiful. And if you want to, listen to any of his music, you can hit his link, just to, during the time that you're free and everything else like that. Visit his page. He has two pages. One is his premiere page, Bossman Blake.
Yeah, I just subscribed to him. I'm going to check out his work.
Yeah, and he's got a music page, and he also has a community crime network where he keeps his casework on cases that he works on. But you'll also find the link on his page too.
Yeah, I just subscribe. I subscribe to him. I got it.
Cool. Oh, let's see what we got here. I thought the purpose of listening at 9 was to get updates about Shankola, but seems like it was just a come up for John Q. Shankrock. I stick with your page. Okay, Veronica.
No, Miss Veronica,
Okay, Veronica.
that's not what it was for. It actually was for to interview me, but being as though Andre did pull up, I invited him, on the panel. So it wasn't by no means to be a come up for John Q. John Q is pretty much family over there on the Rock Squad. He's been pulling up on the panel for months. So I'm sorry that you feel that way, Veronica, but it definitely wasn't a come up for John Q.
Miss Brenda said, yeah, mac and cheese. Nobody does it like me. Secret recipe. She got her recipe. Y'all getting into food now. What about potato salad? Yeah, that too. What about potato salad? Thank you, Miss Parker. Yeah, they hold it down. They hold me down. Definitely. That's why I need to say, yeah, mac and cheese, collard greens, and barbecue ribs. See, like I said, you start to see other food that's got to be with the mac and cheese all the time. Oh, y'all getting me hungry. I'm saying, okay, let me see what I got up in here tonight.
So they getting you hungry too.
Yeah, Miss Marty said, I do collard greens well. Get them collard greens. Then they got to tie cornbread into. Okay. Let me not start. Miss Jam said, is Andre going to get on John Q's live?
Andre must have went to sleep. I shot him a text about 5 minutes ago, and usually he'll respond back to my text messages quickly. So, what time is it? Yeah, that was 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
So, once again, John, it's a pleasure, and I really appreciate you for allowing me to come on your platform.
This was destined to happen. This was destined to happen. It was going to happen. And I'm just glad that I have a platform like this to have folks on, to really connect with them, and let them share, what they bring to the table. Definitely. And you certainly have tonight. So I thank you. I thank you. So I'm gonna let you slide out of here. I'm gonna lock up and turn out the lights and go get me something to eat too.
All right.
All right, brother.
You, John.
Yeah, definitely. Much love to you and the family. The Rock Squad.
Salute everybody.
Yes, definitely. And thank you, Miss Nola, for your gift. Solid, solid. Much love to you. And yeah, that's what it's about when it comes to doing a table talk. And I'm just so happy that we're able to get that done tonight. Y'all have been a great audience. We're simulcasting on both my channel and Shank Rock's channel. And much love to you all. And up until the next time we meet for Table Talk, I'm working on that edition right now. I will get it posted. I'm also looking for upcoming interviews with Mr. David Robinson, father of missing 25-year-old, now 27, Daniel Robinson, who went missing in Buckeye, Arizona. Be working on that, as well as updates happening over in the Middle East. Things are not looking too good, and things are going to start heating up, and in a bad way. I hope not, but these things are developing. With that said, much love to everyone. Thank you all for coming out and spending your time and sharing with us your blessing, knowing that we're out here working, holding it down, and keeping it going. So with that said, be well and stay blessed with Godspeed. Until next time, take care.